Phosphorus. Phosphorus is a known element. It is a chemical placed in the periodic table, 15th column and 3rd row. Incidentally, we have a homeopathic medicine also in the name of phosphorus. Let us explore it. Phosphorus is an element. When you open it in the air, it undergoes the process of oxidation and it emits a faint glow around it. The same way the phosphorus personality. When you talk with the phosphorus personality, you can find he has an impressionable personality. His talk, his presentation, his attitude, everything is such a way that it penetrates into your psyche. That is called the impressionable personality. It is not like the dull appearance. It is not like the casual presentation. Rather, it is in such a way that will influence you. You can find there is an aura of influencing others around the person. With whomsoever he talks, you find that he is able to penetrate into the psyche of the other person. That is the impressionable personality. Phosphorus, it doesn't have free existence on the earth as an element. It is always found in combination, in compound form. The same way phosphorus personality. It has no boundary. The person has no boundary. He can embrace any challenge, he can embrace any environment, he can accept any kind of people surrounding him easily. So it has no boundary. You need someone else to contain the phosphorus person. Phosphorus personality always needs someone to support him, to stand with him. For example, if phosphorus is into business, he always expects the wife to carry his lunch box, to carry his water bottle, kerchief, mobile phone, everything, laptop, everything with him. And the wife should accompany him in his work also from morning to evening. And whenever he instructs anything, the wife must be able to carry those instructions. If phosphorus is into job, then he expects the wife to look after the household things, household work to carry perfectly. In addition to that, the wife must extend support in the admissible limit in his occupation also. That is the phosphorus personality. They always want someone else to contain them. The people coming here, sometimes the person, even though I have come over here, sitting in front of me, but is not convenient to explain his ailments to me. Rather, he expects his wife sitting beside him to explain the complaints to me. This is the phosphorus personality. Just like a bowl of hot water you take and you pour some dust of tea into that. What do you find? You find the color of the tea dust. It is diffusing into the water. The water, it is absorbing the color of the tea dust in such a way as if there is no difference between the water and the color of the tea dust. Completely absorbs the color. That is the phosphorus personality. It doesn't have a individualistic character in it. Rather, it will embrace the character of the people with whom he comes in contact. Now there is someone sad sitting beside me and talking something sadly, I go with the flow, I become sad. After 2 minutes, when I see someone is celebrating something, I am overjoyed. After few yards later, when I see someone is angry, then I also become very angry. So you can say it is the nature of human being. Yes, of course. But when it becomes in the excess amount, that creates the pathology in you. If you are excessively impulsive, that creates pathology in you. That is how the phosphorus personality. Dr. Vitalkas gives a wonderful clue to recognize phosphorus personality in second prescription. He says, one is the open personality, very much open, no boundary. Other is when he finds the other side person is displeased with him, then immediately he will withdraw into himself. He doesn't want to further communicate with the other person. These are the two kinds of personalities. In the second prescription, Dr. Vitalka says, when the person comes to you and you ask, what is your condition now? Is there any improvement or not? If he is a phosphorus, he will never say negative. Even though there is no improvement, but he will be in the most softest form of presentation and will say, it's okay doctor, it's going on. Well, it's okay, I'm good. While on the other side, if it is an arsenic or acid nitric patient, then blindly he will say and bluntly he will say, there is no change. I don't find any change. Even after taking medicine for so many months, I am the same. I don't know what way it has helped me. This is the straightforward feedback in case of arsenic and acid nitric, but not in case of phosphorus. A case of hypercholesterolemia under our treatment for last 2-3 years, not having any satisfactory improvement. I was wondering, where is the code of the case? Why I am not able to crack it? I recalled all the interviews. What is common in all these interviews? What is his personality? Who is he? Even after 2-3 years, when no improvement, still when I ask how is your health, then he says, I'm okay. The problems are there, symptoms are there, but it's okay, I'm going on with that. And doctor, the relatives, the family members, they are a bit concerned about me. So I don't know whether I should take some other medicine or not. So I want to ask you. This is the approach. Even after not having improvement, he cannot say that no, there is no improvement and I'm fed up with this treatment. Never like that. This is the phosphorus. Philip Bailey says, escapism is the cornerstone of phosphorus. An elderly person of around 60 years came to me 20 days back. Says there is pain all over the body. There is too much of pain around the joints. If you tell me to do any kind of work, I can do. But I know how painful it is for me. What kind of pain it is? He says it is all inflammatory pain. I feel like that. and it's a burning pain, it's burning sensation. When particularly in the back of my shoulders, I find as if someone has slit with a knife or a blade, and there is a sharp cutting injury and the wound is left open. That is the sensation I have got. So I went into repertory where to find under clinical pain, generalities, pain, cutting. So belladonna is the first grade remedy, bold capital. I prescribed. Unfortunately, there is no change. After 15 days comes and says, "Doctor, I thought I'll bear with it. Maybe it is a medicinal aggravation. I have heard in homeopathy it happens. So just for that reason I kept waiting. But I don't think any further improvement. Rather it is little higher in this way." And he says, "Doctor, I think I should share something more with you in order to help you recognize my case." That is the clue of Phosphorus. He's open. He wants to share his ailments in detail. Then he gives all the details where he says that he had a business failure just in the recent years. And he says that I had a very successful career. I used to work like anything. I was a very successful worker, and all of a sudden I ventured into business which went into a crash. That means there was a deception from the partner whom I have trusted very much. Phosphorus trusts the surrounding people excessively. He goes with the flow. So I trusted and I gave all the accounts, everything. Despite of my wife warning me, don't give so much of space to the partner. Still I did not rely on that, and I trusted the partner like anything, and he deceived me, and finally I lost everything of my life. The loss of business structure, breaking of the structure, it indicates to mineral kingdom. Trios of burning, we have phosphorus, arsenic and sulfur. Now then further little I asked, what do you do when you are under anxiety? What is your response? He says, I just leave the place, I go out, I escape. Because I don't want to displease the other person with whom I am speaking. I gave the remedy phosphorus 1 and 3 doses. This is the phosphorus personality. Philip Bailey says the phosphorus needs repeated assurance from you. They will take your medicine, they will go home. In addition to taking your medicine, they will be taking other systems. Home remedies will be there, Unani will be there, Ayurvedic medicines will be there, someone has given some herbal medicine, that also they will take. So they keep on taking everything, and every second day, third day, fourth day, something they want assurance from you that they will be cured. A young lady of 30-40 years having hypercholesterol, little mild diabetic, and anxiety, insomnia, all these problems. She takes all medicines in addition to mine, and fasting sugar was 109. That makes her so anxious. Then I explained, no, it is not a big issue, this, that. Then she was consoled, and she went home. After 15 days, blood sugar test was done, it was 100. Then comes, doctor, I am still worried. Then why you are worried? It is already 100, it is very much safe. No doctor, I want it to come to 80 or 90. I don't know what to do. So repeated anxiety. Dr. Vitolkar says, when you console, she will be convinced, yes, I am okay. But again after a few days she will come back with the same amount of anxiety. That is the phosphorus. Phosphorus is hypersensitive, not only psychologically but also physically. Whatever changes happen in environment, phosphorus is sensitive to that. A very keynote symptom, sensitive to the change of temperature, change of weather. And there is anxiety before the thunderstorm, as if something will happen. Something will happen. Exactly the same thing. A young man of around age 30 to 32, having a lot of problems, obsessive compulsive disorder, insomnia, acid peptic disorder, then anxiety, then allergic rhinitis, many issues. We have tried Merxol, we have tried phosphorus, we have tried ranunculus also to reduce the sensitivity. Did not respond. Then he comes and says, doctor, in the office when the boss calls for a meeting, I cannot sit there. Why? Because there are female staff who are wearing flowers and sitting beside me. I am so sensitive, I cannot tolerate the smell of the flower. So I don't want to join the meeting. I am so sensitive, I do not want to travel in the bus because the woman sitting beside me, if he is wearing a flower, I cannot travel with him. I will faint. Once he came here and he had to sit in the waiting room with some other patients, and once he enters inside, he says, good luck you called me now, otherwise I would have fainted, because someone wearing a flower in the head sitting in your chamber, another patient. So in the Murphy's Materia Medica, Lotus Materia Medica, we find italics bold letter symptom, faints with the strong smell of flower. I gave him phosphorus, and the problem, what he was mainly complaining was, nowadays it is the rainy season around. Before it rains, I feel very, very restless. I feel fatigue, weakness. I feel something has happened. Someone has taken away my energy. He says, doctor, when it starts blowing, the windy breeze blows, I am just like this. No energy is there. Phosphorus I have given 1 mg, 3 doses, and also I have given 3 more doses as SOS. Whenever the change of temperature happens, you can take it as a precaution. This is how the phosphorus I have experienced clinically.